Hey there YouTube family. Welcome back to another episode of Money Matters, where we talk about finance and wealth building. Today, we're diving into chapter 2 of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you haven't read the book yet, don't worry, I'll fill you in on everything you need to know. And if you missed the first chapter, go ahead and check it out. But for now, get ready to be mind blown. Before we dive in, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about what separates the rich from the poor? Is it their education? Their skills? Or maybe just luck? Well, according to Kiyosaki, it's none of those things. It all boils down to financial education. According to Kiyosaki, financial education is the key to becoming wealthy. He writes, the main reason people struggle financially is because they have spent years in school but learned nothing about money. The result is that people learn to work for money, but never learn to have money work for them. Well, the fact is, the subject of money is taught at home, not at school. The rich teach their kids how to make money work for them, while the poor teach their kids to work for money. One of the most important lessons in this chapter is about assets and liabilities. Kiyosaki explains that assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out of your pocket. He talks about buying assets that generate income and avoiding liabilities that require expenses. But then he goes on to say that your house is not an asset. Wait, what? Yes, you heard that right. Kiyosaki argues that your house is a liability because it requires regular expenses like mortgage payments, property taxes, and maintenance costs. What about a car? Is your car an asset or a liability? You might be thinking, of course, it's an asset. I need it to get to work and make money. But according to Kiyosaki, your car is also a liability simply because it takes money out of your pocket in the form of gas, maintenance, and insurance. Kiyosaki suggests investing in income-generating assets like rental properties or stocks instead. Kiyosaki also acknowledges that creating wealth is not easy. It takes time, effort, and most importantly, financial education. He writes, the love of money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Money may not be the most important thing in life, but it's hard to deny that having it can make life a lot easier. Investing can be scary and overwhelming, especially if you don't know where to start. So, let me ask you guys a question. What's holding you back from investing? Maybe it's fear of losing money or not knowing where to invest. Whatever it is, I want you to know that it's normal to feel overwhelmed, but the key is to educate yourself and start small. The lesson here is clear: in order to build wealth and achieve financial freedom, we need to have assets that generate income for us instead of relying solely on our job income. One thing that I found perplexing about this chapter was Kiyosaki's suggestion that we should work to learn, not to earn. While I understand the importance of education and learning, it's hard to imagine someone working a low-paying job just for the sake of learning rather than earning a living. However, Kiyosaki does make a good point that this mindset can lead to greater opportunities in the long run. By focusing on learning rather than just earning, we can acquire valuable skills and knowledge that will ultimately lead to greater financial success. In today's world, the importance of financial education is more relevant than ever. We are constantly bombarded with information about the stock market, cryptocurrencies, and various investment opportunities. But how many of us truly understand these concepts? It's important to take the time to learn about personal finance and investing, so we can make informed decisions about our money. And it's never too late to start. There are plenty of resources available, such as books, podcasts, and online courses, that can help us improve our financial literacy. Moving on, Kiyosaki also talks about the importance of taking risks and being willing to make mistakes. He says, the primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they handle fear. In other words, wealthy people are not necessarily fearless, but they are willing to take calculated risks and learn from their mistakes. This is a valuable lesson, especially in today's fast-paced, ever-changing world. We need to be adaptable and willing to take risks in order to succeed in our careers and our finances. But at the same time, we need to be mindful of the risks we take and do our due diligence before making any big decisions. As Kiyosaki says, take calculated risks, not reckless ones. Kiyosaki's rich dad was not perfect, and he made mistakes along the way. One of the most important lessons Kiyosaki learned from his rich dad was that it's okay to fail, as long as we learn from our failures and keep moving forward. This is a message that can resonate with all of us, especially in a world where failure is often stigmatized. We need to embrace our mistakes and use them as learning opportunities, rather than letting them hold us back. To wrap up this video, I want to leave you with one quote from this chapter. Kiyosaki writes, "The world is filled with smart, poor people. Education is important, but education without action is worthless." So, if you want to see changes in your life, you need to take action. Start investing in assets that generate passive income, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to financial freedom. And finally, I want to leave you with some words of encouragement from this chapter. Kiyosaki's rich dad said, "The only limits we have are the limits we believe." In other words, we are capable of achieving great things, as long as we believe in ourselves and our abilities. So, take the lessons from this chapter to heart, and start working towards your financial freedom today. Now, it's your turn. I want to hear from you. What's your biggest takeaway from this chapter? Do you agree with Kiyosaki's teachings on assets and liabilities? Let's get the conversation started in the comments below. I hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts and insights in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.